Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is that time of the night where we have to talk about what happened. And before we say anything, just correction. Twitter is not the place to get your results on. The MK issue. We must come back and we must correct that. You were right yesterday, whoever that was. MK won one seat. It's one.
One seat.
One word.
One word.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so the rest is history. It was IFP, and then yeah, so it's a done deal. So you were right. Hey, these people, they are ambitious.
They will make you lie, right?
They are ambitious, and I was getting that information on Twitter. But I did say it was
and
Twitter.
it was saying breaking news.
These people.
So some sources are not quite credible. That is why before I always like do thorough.
Yeah, it was something that was flying on Twitter. Just talking about something flying on Twitter. Yes, it was trending on Twitter. These people lied, man. They lied. So yeah, but they only got one seat. I think the rest is IFP. I don't even know if ANC is there. I don't know if ANC is there, but it was IFP. Yes, so that is corrected. Right, Emily?
Gubamswarelo, guys.
Gubamswarelo. But I did say it was Twitter.
Yes. No, I'm just saying for those who may feel like, hey.
Hey, yeah.
Gubamswarelo.
Gubamswarelo there. All right, guys, the court happened, but the court did not happen.
Did not quite happen, but it happened. There are some issues that are pressing, that are pertaining to some things. So you know how we look at things holistically. We have to, because I'm seeing a lot of blaming that is happening on social media. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, why Mnisi this, why Mnisi that.
Yes. But I have both sides, and I understand both sides. And when I say both sides, I understand Mngomezulu's point of view, and I understand Mnisi's point of view.
Okay. So, hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again as we deliberate on the Senzo Meyiwa trial. It's exhausting, but we soldier on.
It is. And
one can only imagine what the Meyiwa family must be feeling right now, because this is.
No, I don't think they are even feeling anything anymore.
This is a joke. Like, they've turned this into something that is like nonsensical. Honestly speaking, it's not nice.
It is. It's not nice.
Pinky Fine-Tillingam was supposed to turn her attention to the distance between the cell phone towers and the crime scene today, and the court took an early adjournment yesterday to allow the state to furnish the defense with this information for them to take instructions from the accused.
Yes.
So remember, the arrangement was that they would even start at the time after the short adjournment, which was 11:30. And they were going to give the defense time to go through these maps and consult. The plan, or the initial way of communication by the state, was that they were going to get these exhibits and maps yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday. Not in the morning. No, yesterday. But the opposite kind of happened. So court started with Advocate Mnisi informing the court that they only received the maps about an hour and a half ago.
Did that surprise you? I was expecting them in the morning in any case, knowing how Baloyi and his Sibanda operates.
So he handed them at 10 o'clock, basically, at the time that the court was initially supposed to start.
Yeah.
So he gave them the maps at 10 o'clock.
No, that is Baloyi for you. That is Baloyi for you.
And remember that the state said that they would provide them in the afternoon of Wednesday.
Yes, they would get them in the afternoon. Then they were supposed to provide them at the same time.
And they would have to look through them. And then they would consult in the morning. That was what I heard yesterday. but they gave them to them in the morning.
I mean, it's willy-nilly there. It's happening. Everything's just happening. I mean, anyone can do anything. You know, it's free. The judge is happy with the states. I mean, the judge.
There's
really,
no mentioning of the JP. You know, usually when the defense is the one to blame, perhaps, for the delay.
And this man has guts to go and make them feel guilty.
Yes.
You know,
when it's not their fault.
Guilty. When it's not their fault. I don't like this man. I really don't like him.
Mnisi also said that they were also not able to take proper instructions before the accused were brought in just before the court started. Oh, wow. And he went on to say that the maps provided do not reflect other areas in Vosloorus. The state said that it only provided the areas that are reflected on the Section 205 and the towers thereof.
Which paints the narrative, right?
Yes,
which paints the narrative
that they want to create.
Or that they want to create, which in my own opinion, is to say that, hey, it's not far. This man could have ran to Vosloorus for all I care and did whatever he did and ran back to Joburg. That's basically what they want to create. So they are not showing the depth of whatever Vosloorus
the roads traveled
and everything. So,
that Fine Tillingham said under oath they take 24 minutes.
So now they want to create that 24 minutes. How they were, you see, the problem with it is that how that 24 minutes could be created, is it through aeroplane or whatsoever? I mean, you can always choose.
She said through driving.
You can always choose.
Her map was supposed to prove that through driving, it takes 24 minutes from the other tower to the other tower. We're not talking about the places. We're talking about the towers, I get.
So you see the problem. That's why these people are not happy. Lindan Dube, thank you very much for your generous offer. It's been a while. Thank you. We appreciate the super chat.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So they want to create their own what do you call narrative, and the problem is that they are coming with something that is chopped already. You know, that is the problem, and I understand where Mnisi is coming from. If MLAs were talking in the morning, you would remember what these people previously have done when Mngomezulu showed that he understood the map of Vosloorus and other places, obviously.
During the AVL evidence,
they made it seem like it's really something that is not supposed to happen. The judge himself was the one saying that he doesn't understand those things. Is he trying to testify or something? He's trying to give evidence. Now he expects these people to accept anything that comes from the states, and then next thing you have to fight your way out of that. No, come with a general thing and then present your case. If you are not afraid of any flaws, come with a full map and present your case.
Yes.
And then
then on a full map, carve that path of 24 minutes that you're saying that it takes 20. You carve it on the original map. Why are you extracting some of the things? Why are you only taking a portion of the map and presenting it? How? Who's the defense here and who's the state? Why is the state making it so hard for them to prove their own case against the accused?
Yes.
It's complex. I don't understand why they're making stuff so difficult. Like, why can't you just provide the full map and carve the part that you said took 24 minutes on the map?
Yes.
It's that simple.
Yes.
Why are they complicating it?
Yes, it's supposed to be like that. So, Mnisi is right, because he knows and he understands how these people operate. Thabo Mnisi, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And your donation
is
really appreciated. As I say, it's been dry these days. as they come. We appreciate everything, even 1 cent. Thank you very much. It's been difficult. So that's what I'm trying to say, that I understand Mnisi. It makes sense for Mnisi to complain and make sure that he makes noise while it's early, because the very same judge descends to that arena and starts fighting the battles of these people.
Yeah, it was very difficult for Mngomezulu to unpack that AVL testimony. It was something else. When he said, I'm from Katlehong, I know these roads. I know these roads. You could tell he knows the roads he's talking about.
Yes.
But then the judge would enter the arena every now and again to try and nullify what he was saying. I remember even with the issue of the park. There's somewhere where there's a park, and it was made to seem like Mngomezulu and accused number 1 and 2 were making that park up. Or accused number 2, I think it was in accused number 2 at the time when Mngomezulu was still representing both with Ramosepeli. So at the time it felt like they were not going to let Mngomezulu testify on the route that he said that he knew. And also the time of the dumping. Remember the whole testimony of the dumping area and the dumping site. It was like Mngomezulu was making it up. The judge every now and again would interfere. Is it a dumping area for ATMs? Because Brigadier Gininda has said or alluded to that.
Yes.
Is it, what is this dumping area? Like the tone of the condescendingness, to say you there's no way you know this route. There's no way the accused can recall what they saw on these routes.
Exactly.
You understand? So
exactly.
I even asked myself at that time, can't the defense pull a map from Google and present it as an exhibit? Yeah. With coordinates. Because the state did not want to do it.
It is hard, Emil. It is hard.
Can't they do it? Is it not allowed?
So Mnisi, on the other side, you might look at it and say, it seems as if is but I'm conflicted when people say he's wasting time, because he made himself available for any circumstance that the court chooses to go by.
Yes.
If the court decides to work during the break, he's there, he's available. So he's not wasting time. He's really covering the path where the judge normally takes, and the judge usually plays with their minds. He's making sure that there is no space for that. He's squeezing the breath out, even if it's a small thing in that court. It's important that you squeeze it out, because the judge eventually starts blaming you. Yes. And he tells you the days when he used to practice, tells you about the days when he used to practice. He tells you about a lot of things that actually, in my own opinion, they tend to conflict whatever that is this man is saying he stands for. Eventually, he starts contradicting himself.
True. Well, the state said that it only provided the areas that have reflected on the Section 205 and the towers, and the judge said that he was not happy with Mnisi's request. So in my opinion, it seemed like he wasn't happy with Mnisi's request.
Did he say that?
No, he did not say it. In my opinion, it's just slightly my opinion. It's my opinion. I felt like he's not happy.
Condescending comments that were made.
Yes, he threw a bit of shade there, saying that they wanted, it's what they wanted. They wanted Sibanda to give them a map where they will see everything.
Yes.
Like there's something wrong with that. Is that an unfair request?
No, it's not.
Is it an impossible, cannot do? If Fine Tillingam and the state took that time to extract what they wanted to extract from the original map, then why is it so difficult to provide the original map?
It's not difficult. The fact that they reduce it to whatever that they thought it was suitable for the court, it means it's available, in my opinion.
Then why is it so hard to just bring the full map?
They're just wasting time.
Well, Mnisi said that it's not a want, because you can see where this was going. This was going to ultimately be Mnisi's fault. He said it's not a want, but a request. It's a cordial request, because on the basis they had now, they are unable to get proper instructions. Imagine you have to consult with your client, and you're like, they put a picture of a tower, and then they put the picture of the tower, the area. I can just imagine. I'm imagining the scenario in my head. I don't know. I've never seen the maps. I don't know what the maps look like.
Yes.
But if they're saying that they use Section 205, it means they use the tower. So the map is just the area around the tower and the area around the other tower. So imagine going to accused number 3 and saying the route from here to there. Where, like, what are you going to say? What are you going to say to your client?
You are limited. You are saying what we will say is that the route from Joburg to and on what basis are you even telling your client that? Where are you going with it? Because the states is clearly, unless you are going to preempt and tell them this is what they want to say. They want to say that it took you 10 minutes to go to Vosloorus.
Because I'm sure that 24 minutes estimation is there in a map that is like large or taken from afar, where it doesn't really show exactly the places that are there. So it's like a zoomed out. Because I even heard them say it. So I'm going to try and paint the picture. It's like a zoomed out. You know when you enter Google Maps, right? You have a zoomed out
where you want to actually see the
you don't
the
see,
tower.
You don't see the places. You don't see the store. It
cuts out everything when you zoom out.
Yes, I'm sure that's what is happening there. From the tower to the other tower. Is it Moy Street and Spreadview? Towers. 24 minutes. And then maybe there's a picture of the tower and the picture of the other tower. That's my opinion. That's what I feel like is happening with those maps. And that's why Mnisi has a problem with that. Because how do you tell your client that they're saying this took 24 minutes, but I'm not seeing the road that you traveled? I don't know how you move from CBD to Vosloorus. What roads are you using? And you have to consider the only person from that area is Mngomezulu.
Who understands the area. And Mohol.
Yeah, that's it.
Even
so
didn't
can you imagine? You have to consult now with your client, and this is what you are working with.
The judge is allowing these people to depend on circumstantial evidence. He's the one who's inviting all this problem. Because in all honesty, Baloyi, out of many years that we have taken in this case, not even once has he managed to put these people in the same house.
No.
Not even once.
No.
In fact, if you look at this evidence, what this evidence is telling us is that these people were not even in the same place. 5 of them were not in the same place.
Yes. It's not proving that they
just
were together.
using one phone. Just using one phone. The inconsistency that the states keeps on showing and the loopholes that the states keeps on trying to bury and make it look like it's a smooth move. No. It shows that they do not have a case.
Now they are forcefully trying to place accused number 3 at the scene of the incident when they are working literally with nothing. So they are literally making it up. Why am I saying they're making it
Allegedly.
up? The phone cuts off at 8 o'clock at Johannesburg CBD.
In all honesty, the evidence as far as the phone is concerned, this is where it's done.
Yes, you are creating a movement to say that maybe he left his phone. You are literally creating it out of nowhere with nothing to back it up. And that's where the problem is.
So now we have to listen to all these postponements that are happening. Just because you want to place that
person there.
Under assumption. You want us to assume that, because it was 10 minutes to go there, oh, maybe he could have been there.
Yes.
But you are not placing the person there.
Which it doesn't feel right.
That is someone's opinion. So you want to get these people arrested on the basis of a judge's opinion.
More solid. It needs to be more solid than that for you to come to such a conclusion or to want to prove such. First of all, you haven't first yet proven that the person, accused number 3, was in the Spaza house. You haven't proven that.
And you also have not proven as to who shot.
Yes.
You have not.
No.
You're still fishing out of the 5 that is available. You're fishing for whoever that is a weak link.
And now for you and Sibanda to have dragged this part of evidence for an entire 3 weeks, we have someone who was supposed to confirm the RICA numbers, whether those numbers you're saying belong to who and who. Now this person has turned into a geographic
something suspect. And what worries me is that this person is just a forensic person.
Yes.
He is not well vested when it comes to installing these towers.
Yes.
This person is an office person.
She's not even maintaining the towers.
Do you understand?
How she comes to testify that the distance it takes from this tower to that tower, like she's traveled the road before, is very disturbing in my opinion. It's like the time they tried to make a dentist come and testify like a general practitioner or a district surgeon, where they were talking about the body as a whole.
That has
for the state.
All our
and they keep doing this
behind them.
And they keep doing this.
On getting wrong people to come and testify on wrong things that they actually do not have much information about. That's it. That's what they're doing.
And how the judge keeps allowing it baffles me. It is very stunning and shocking. I don't know what the aim is. Is the aim to expose the state for its incompetency, or you are hoping that the general public, the court of public opinion, overlooks these things? They're not that important. What is it? Itini into la. Itini. Like, I don't understand. Because I'm thinking a judge, a normal judge, would be like, is this witness qualified to testify on geographics and all of these distance and maps and whatnot? Do you work with this on a daily basis?
Is this your terrain?
Is this your terrain? Why would you want to testify on this? Shouldn't you get like an expert that will be able to estimate the distance properly? You know, from Vodacom, perhaps a technician who works with these towers.
Yes, who understands where they are situated.
That's not happening in this court, and we are all baffled at the shenanigans. In my opinion, I feel like these are shenanigans. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. It feels like a circus.
It is time-wasting circus that is looking to exhaust the funds, in my opinion. This is where now
Mngomezulu comes in now.
Mngomezulu is right to stand up and say, I'm ready. Because in all honesty, these people that is representing are not that rich, in my opinion.
Yes.
These are people that find a way of getting that money somewhere. You heard what the so-called legal aid had to say about that.
Yes.
The wounded part of it.
They don't want accused number 1 to be represented.
The time that you are taking, delaying, in all honesty, this whole week, the state has been delaying the case.
Yes, they have been delaying. It's a fact.
They have been delaying the whole case.
Every kind of tactic,
dragging their feet,
has been thrown in there. And we have patiently deliberated on it. That's why now I'm speaking it unapologetically so, because I have begazelled, I have withstood Sibanda and his useless evidence for an entire 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks now.
Wasting time, in my opinion. They have been wasting time. Now, all of a sudden, when Mnisi is looking for something, that finally when they came with this nothing. They just came with a direction of from here to there. From
That
here
is
to
it.
there. That's it.
There was an early adjournment yesterday, and this is what they came up with. They made it seem like they're going to be presenting maps. You understand? They made it seem it's not unreasonable from Mnisi to ask for the entire map, because they made it seem that way yesterday when you adjourned, that they were going to be pulling maps, various kinds of maps.
Yes.
Not that they would be pulling whatever it is that they pulled that has no places to spot where an accused can say, oh, this is the plaza, or this is that. When I travel to Vosloorus, this is the route that I use. I pass by 1, 2, 3. And specifically, they are looking for Basotho Hostel. Because perhaps the time traveled from the Spaza house to Basotho Hostel needs to be considered as well.
Yeah.
But the Basotho Hostel is not there.
The problem is that they were not even there at Basotho Hostel.
But Mnisi is saying that he needs to use it as part of his defense.
Because they have presented that theory. He needs to prove.
Now, why is the state taking out Basotho Hostel? Because they are the ones who brought it up. They are the ones who said that he was at Basotho Hostel. Zungu said all of them, 5 of them were at Basotho Hostel. So why now is the state taking out the Basotho Hostel out of the map?
They would say they were zooming.
Why are you zooming?
Because we wanted to see the tower themselves.
So you only wanted to show the tower.
Uh-huh.
You did not want to present an entire map of the entire Vosloorus and the distance that you are claiming is 24 minutes, or it takes 24 minutes to travel there by driving.
That is very crazy, man.
Sibanda said that he doesn't know which other areas of the map that the defense is requesting, because what they did here was to look at the section 205 and then they took those towers and tried to plot them in the map. He said that he does not know which other areas that they're looking for. The dululu of it all. So you're saying you don't know which other areas that they're looking for. You just took the towers. You took the picture of the tower, the picture of the, that's it. So the judge said, so you were not basically taking an aerial view of Natal Spruit. Now, I don't know why the judge kept referring to Vosloorus as Natal Spruit. Maybe he wanted to say Spruit view. I don't know when Natal is entering here, but that's what he kept saying. And Sibanda said, no, my lord. And the judge said, you were just zooming in according to you. And Sibanda said, section 205, those are the towers that they depicted there. And the judge asked Mnisi for a comment, and Mnisi said that it is exactly what the court is raising. They thought that they would be provided with what would be a composite reflection of all areas there, because they tried very hard to get the place where Volta Tower is, and they are unable to get it. There are also areas around Vosloorus which are not depicted in that map that form part of that defense in terms of the information that the state gave them. So the judge said that he thought that the defense, their defense was that they were not there. Mnisi said yes, they were not there at the scene where Senzo was killed.
Okay.
That will not change. But as part of that defense, there is a version that they have that evolves around Vosloorus, and they request that the state is still using, if it's still using that map, they are going to request that the state to furnish them with a composite map, the map that is going to reflect the greater area of Vosloorus than what they have provided them with. Mnisi said that from what he heard from the state is that they just pick and choose on the basis of what is reflected in the Section 205 statement, but that defense goes way beyond that. The judge asked Sibanda if he will not be able to provide them with what they are asking for. And he said, if you know Natal spread, to tell the witness, for instance, that there is Ramukunupi Street and that there's Ramukunupi Wall and there's Ramukunupi Police Station. He was making an example, giving an example, of course, of what the state should include in the map. And I kept asking myself, why is that not included? You're telling me there's not even street names.
So, Emily, someone is saying spread view is known as Natal spread.
Is it known as Natal spread? Why?
I don't know.
I would like that history on that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it's known as Natal spread. Interesting. So the judge asked Mnisi if his client won't be able to say that without seeing the map. And my problem with this is that we have deliberated, Mr. Anonymous, on how we saw during cross-examination of the AVL evidence and how Mngomezulu, on behalf of accused number 1 and 2, yes, it was like, should Mngomezulu have brought a map to present his defense?
Yes.
It felt like that.
It did. Because the judge was Lulu, everyone was
Mohane was denying, even though the version of the accused fitted that AVL movement. But they were still denying the Lulu. I don't know anywhere where there's a gate written Orlando. I don't know anywhere where there's a dumping site. My Lord, I don't know where there's a dumping site for ATMs.
And the judge was actually
entertaining,
enjoying that.
Yes, it was very
in fact,
weird.
He started, because that's what he does. Even this thing of maps, he started it.
Yes. So now this whole drama over Mnisi asking for a full map, I don't understand it. And even before, Mnisi was the one to ask for a map during AVL evidence of the map with the coordinates. And the state did not provide that map with the coordinates. Remember?
Yes.
Should they have pulled their own map from Google with coordinates?
And
what
that
must
was going to be a
happen?
problem, because they say, where are you getting this map? We don't know if this map is... Judge, uyahlupha urata bafowethu, hayi kabi. Urata uyahlupha. No, uyahlupha the man.
Mnisi gave an example of how, for instance, they wanted to know where Basotho Hostel is, and it's not demonstrated in that map. So they are unable to get proper instructions from their clients with regards to that. And Mnisi said that just trying to imagine that it could be here or there, the minute they say it could be down there, then it moves out of the page. He was even demonstrating with the map that he was holding. It was in a page. And it was like, for instance, if you are going to assume that it's there, it's not even covered in the map that they had. So trying to marginalize where that Basotho Hostel is, and the judge said that he does not he's not trying to recite the evidence. He said that he thought that Basotho Hostel, accused number 1, was pointing at it, and Mnisi wanted to know it in terms of the map. So the judge told Sibanda that they are saying that he must bring comprehensive maps of Johannesburg, Germiston, Natal, Spruit, Vosloorus.
Yes.
So the judge asked Fine Tillingham if she's able to do that, and Fine Tillingham said that she will try her best. Now, my question is, why did you not bring the entire map, Vele Fine Tillingham? Like, entire.
Now she's trying to make it look like it's gonna be very difficult.
It's
to
gonna
pull
be
this
this
in.
tantamount
Tantamount
to the effect of proportional tasks that you're going to be doing. You're just pulling a map, my dear. Why is it so difficult? And Fine Tillingham said that if she gets a list of what is required and what needs to be indicated on that map, she will try her best.
Oh, someone is saying Natal Spruit is actually a hospital. Natal Spruit Hospital.
For Natal Spruit Hospital.
That side of Togos or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So it's a hospital.
I've been that area also of Spruit View, just passing, going to what is this? TAT, that side of Katlehong.
Mm-hmm.
I've sometimes the taxis use that route of straight view. Sometimes they use the other side, which is it's closer to Soweto side. I've been in that side too. I've seen some of this. I've heard of Natal Spruit Hospital. I've heard of it. I've never been there as in attended there, but I've been into those places.
Okay, so it's very interesting. And if it's a hospital, I'm sure there's a tower there. So the judge said that Fine Tillingham or asked her if she won't know what the accused give their legal representations or representatives instructions on. So the judge said that the only way he could see it being done is to take an aerial map or a view of the location where the towers are allegedly placed. Van Dillingham said that that is exactly what they currently have. No. Do they currently have a representation of all the towers?
They probably have the towers, but the problem is that it's just the towers. But did they give them
to the defense?
It's just the towers.
On a map, like she said it would be.
Now that's a different story.
What's so difficult about that?
They zoom out. Guys, this is the time where I remind you to please like the video, share the video. See that we are 400. That is not even half. Normally, I keep quiet when I say at least half of what we have in terms of view. My views are like 409 and we are sitting on 190. Please press that like button like you mean it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And again, we appreciate anything that you guys provide us with. Thank you very much.
So they have maps of towers here only and not the entire area. So Fine Tillingham said that what we have indicated in terms of where they are, the distances as requested, Mnisi offered to assist and told the court that the state decided to pick and choose what to include in these aerial maps. And he says, we don't want the picking and choosing. The judge asked Mnisi if there is a law which prescribes how the state must present its case. Is there a law, he asked, to which an accused person is entitled to dictate to the state how it should present its case? Because you are saying that they pick and choose. I saw a lot of these arguments on social media. People are saying that Mnisi is wanting the state to help him carve his defense. I don't know when it moved to that level. Is this really asking the state to carve his defense? Because I'm like, access to information. This is a court. We all saw how complicated it was for the defense to ask for a map that had coordinates. And it seems like they are not allowed to pull maps from Google and present them in court. I'm sure if it was that simple, they would be doing it. So we are laymen, we don't understand the procedure that the defense has to take to present and what applications have to be made prior to this evidence being presented in court in a way that they want. So the state is the one that has the power when it comes to this part of the court. And we also have to remember that there's also another version where the defense now will need to present their case, and this is after the state is done to prove their case. So perhaps they are not so flexible in saying let's pull from Google, because I'm sure if it was that simple, I don't think they would be doing this whole run around with the state. So I hear the arguments, but why are we not asking what is the procedure that the defense is supposed to take? And I'm going to pose this question to people who are in the legal fraternity. I'm going to pose it to you guys. Lawyers, I'm asking, why can't the defense just pull a Google map? Perhaps the Google map doesn't have the towers, and maybe that's why they need for the state to show them the full map with the towers and the roads and the buildings and everything else. So it's very complicated in my opinion, because I do understand Mnisi's plea or Mnisi's request. If I was in the same court and they're trying to put my client at the scene of the incident, I would also want a full map. I would want it if I was in his shoes. How is he supposed to defend his client? Because now it just crossed my mind, Mr. Anonymous, that actually, yes, it would be easy to just pull that Google map. But in a court, there are procedures. You can't just present the map from Google. You'll be told things by Judge Rata, right? Yes. And another thing, the Google map may not have towers. Presented in it. So Ms. Van Tillingem's map is of crucial importance because it has towers included in it, right? So Mnisi said that there is no such a law, but the minute they give them information on which they were supposed to be receiving information from their client, and their client says that this information received from the state is about us, is insufficient for us to give you instructions, then the state must furnish us with that information that will enable them, on the basis of what they give to us, to take proper instructions from our clients. So Sibanda said Mnisi can compile a list of what he wanted to see. Yes. It's Sibanda who said this. But after adjournment, he made the U-turn, a turnaround. He's the one who said that Mnisi can compile a list of what he wanted to see on the map. Mnisi said that he will do that. The judge said that it meant that they must adjourn. He also said that it is for the first time that he has heard of such a request. And my jaw dropped when he said that. I'm like, what? Is the first time you are hearing the defense asking for a fuller version, original version of evidence? This has been happening throughout. Where the defense has been asking for such. And it cannot be the first. I refuse. It cannot be. So this is the same judge who was arguing whether there was a park or not at Alberton at some point.
Yes.
He entered the arena. The very same judge who did not believe that there was a dumping area during the AVL evidence presentation. And at the time, I wondered why the defense could not pull the maps up themselves, I'm like, maybe he needs to visually see it, but then he's going to have a problem again, because there was some time where he had a problem with a Google reference by the defense when they said that I think it was Mngomezulu,
yes,
saying that, TikTok. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Even the TikTok video.
Like
yes, he said they don't take things like that. So you can imagine how you need to present your client in such circumstances. Mnisi said that it is not surprising because in South Africa, it is for the very first time that the trial of this nature is held. Everything in this trial is for the very first time. And
that
the
was
judge
the best comeback.
Asked Van Tillingham if she has experienced this type of request. And of course, Van Tillingham said no. Then Mngomezulu said that he is not trying to descend on what his colleagues are saying, but he wanted to place it on record that he had received this document and he did consult with accused number 1 and that he's ready to proceed. And he took advantage of the fact that he knows the place, as he had indicated earlier that he was born in Katlehong. So the benefit of knowing the place could still assist his colleagues when he is conducting a cross-examination. Now, this to me gave me a sense that Mngomezulu just wants to cross-examine this witness before he says.
Yeah,
Didn't you get that vibe?
It does feel like that, which is, in my own opinion, a very good move. I was hoping that the judge would rule that they sit during this recess, so that it does not, because the problem is, from here, this very same forthcoming Pinky might be coming back with a lot of resistance. A lot of
a whole month. Can you imagine a whole month of her?
Some of the answers that
preparing herself
when they objected, it was
condescending.
Yeah, there was a bit of harshness towards the defense when they were trying to say, raise your voice or say something. You didn't hear me. I heard the arrogance. So they're going to need to start with him. I hope that Shodolo is always ready to take a break. But I hope that...
He's like, no. No. No, I need my recess. No.
No, it's fine, man. For me, Mshodolo is not always there. So
no, I need my break. I am tired of seeing y'all here every day.
This is where we differ. We need to finish this thing.
I need a break. So he further said that what he used to do when he was practicing the judge. He said that what he used to do when he was practicing defending ANC cadres, he would take an inspection in loco with the very cadre accompanied by security police, because Jackie C. Libby would say, no, I was never there. But here's the thing. You said that has never happened before. You even asked the witness if she has ever heard of such before. But here you are telling us that in this case, this is what you used to do as a defense attorney.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Now we're like, Judge, which one is it? Have you never experienced this before? Or you are doing this, you've experienced it, and you actually have a proposal for a solution of somewhat for it? Even though it's more difficult than just pulling an original map.
We know that this thing is not going to solve anything. We know, but anything is possible with that.
Well, he suggested that an inspection in loco, the warders must accompany all the accused and all the defendants for their version, but the defense does not have to be there. Then what purpose does it serve if the defense is not there?
Does not have to be there.
The prosecutor. So they then come and consult, and they come back on Tuesday. Like, all of this for me is way more difficult than having Pinky give the original map. Like, you are willing to have the accused go to Vosloorus, look at the road from that tower to the other tower in Vosloorus, travel with the warders, all of that, instead of bringing a map. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Instead of just giving the map as it is without taking anything out of it. South Africa, guys, I know. So the judge said that he knows that it has never been done. Mnisi said that in that regard, he thinks that they're in the hands of the state. The judge asked Mnisi how long it would take for him to compile his version that he does not find in the map. And Mnisi said it is not a difficult thing. It would take between him and the state. He said it would take a caucus between him and the state. So the state asked for a short adjournment to allow for these issues to be ironed out. And Baloyi asked for 10 minutes. But of course, it took longer than 10 minutes. And for it to take longer than 10 minutes, I already could sense that it's not going accordingly. Because when the court resumed, Sibanda said that they had not reached a consensus. And you see about abafuni map state abafuni. No way.
They're making it difficult.
It's like their life depends on the maps that Pinky has brought.
And there's nothing on this map, basically. Even having this map is pointless. You ask me. Doesn't prove anything.
So he said that the state is of the view that they can proceed with the information they had at their disposal. And he said that he knew that his colleagues will have a different proposal at the end of the day. The court would have to make a ruling. So Mnisi said that it's not a true reflection of what they agreed about, because it has been suggested by the state that he should go and prepare a note. You understand? Just before adjournment, all things were done. Mnisi is going to present a note of what he feels he wants to see on the map. And they agreed. They come back. Sibanda is like, no, we're not going to do that. So for the state to come and say now and say that there was no consensus, Mnisi said that it strikes him very, very unhealthy. So it's what Advocate Baloyi proposed, and it's what they agreed upon. And he said he does not know where Mr. Sibande gets the information that they did not agree. So the judge asked Mnisi what was the agreement according to him. And Mnisi said he agreed that it is fine, that he will send them the note. The judge was now acting like he wasn't there. Wasn't he the mediator of this whole thing, that Mnisi should bring a note? Now it's like it's brand new information to him. It's like he doesn't know what they agreed about. But Mnisi said that he agreed that it is fine and he will send them the note with the information, and he would request for them to include it in the map through an email. So what happened here is that Sibande made a U-turn with Baloyi, that no, they're not going to provide that to Mnisi. Sibande said that it was proposed, however, that they submit that information that is being requested, and it will not assist them in presentation of this piece of evidence. And furthermore, they have Mr. Mngomezulu on the other side, who wants to proceed today. And I saw his facial expression when he expressed that Mr. Mngomezulu wants to continue. It's like it was a bad thing. Sibanda really seemed unhappy about that when he said it, in my opinion. And when the judge asked if they should adjourn, Sibanda said that tomorrow is their last day. Could it be that they did not want Van Dillingham to be cross-examined before recess? Because honestly, Sibanda unashamedly wasted time.
No, he did. He did.
So to me, it's honestly feeling like he's happy that he reached his goal. Perhaps this is part of his KPI for Miss Van Dillingham to stay on that witness box and not be cross-examined before recess.
And Baloyi didn't seem eager to work on the recess.
No. He said they had to make applications. So was it they had to make special arrangements? Well, the judge asked, what does the state want to do? And Sibanda said that he wants to proceed with the evidence. So he wanted to put us through his presentation of evidence again. Irrespective of the concerns of the defense, is what the judge was asking. And Sibanda said, I mean, they can always raise it at the later stage. Njani. Njani at the later stage with a map that is half-half and not full. How?
Just a reminder, guys, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe and become a member if you're not a member. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do. Thank you very much. We appreciate you on this channel.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And Mnisi, also, I heard him whispering there. What is that? What is... When Sibanda was saying that they can always do it at a later stage. And then Mnisi said that he does not have a problem with Mr. Mngomezulu saying that he was ready to proceed. The judge asked Mnisi when was he going to prepare the notes of his requirements, and Mnisi said he would prepare it as soon as they adjourn. He said it's just one page with specific information of what he's requesting. For instance, the Basotho hostel, which is not indicated in that map. And the judge asked Sibanda, are you prepared to comply with the notice which you lend, or your learned colleague says he needs time to prepare? And Sibanda said, indeed so, my lord, we are prepared. So the judge said, so you're not proceeding now? And Sibanda said, if that's the indication and the direction of the defense wants to take, then we'll have to wait for the note. Then we'll provide it to the Vodacom service provider to assist us with plotting the map and all the documents. So the judge asked Fine Thillingham for her views, and she asked if she will be involved in that whole process of compiling the requirements that Mnisi is asking for. And Sibanda said that she will have to be involved. She said she's available tomorrow. There was an adjournment until tomorrow. By then, the judge said it had already been 12 o'clock, and he said an hour is dead because they wanted to go and have lunch. It means that they would have to end up at 15:30. Then he suggested that they adjourn until tomorrow. Sibanda then said the question is, will she be ready with information tomorrow? So you're telling me pulling a whole map. Sibanda kanti dintang. Like pulling a whole map is going to take, it may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen. Just taking a map in its original form, the one that you cut up, what you have presented as evidence, taking that map is going to take longer than a day.
Apparently.
Well, Fine Thillingham said that it all depends on what the requirements are from the defense and how much and what they want. She said that she indicated to Advocate Baloyi and Sibanda that the defense should be clear on what they request so that she can provide it for the first time round, and that there's no back and forth in terms of the maps. Listen to that. Cocky and now Pinky. Pinky is she's feeling herself.
Yeah, she is.
She confirmed to the judge that she needs time to prepare outside this court, and she will be doing it in her office. So the judge asked whether they will be sitting during recess, and Mshololo quickly said no. Ngumalo also said no. Mnisi said that it was in the hands of the court. Ramasipili said that he can sit. Mngomezulu said that it's in the hands of the court. So Baloyi said that special arrangements had to be made. They have to arrange with the role planner, a courtroom. They have to get another courtroom, court personnel. Specific arrangements must be made. It's something that they can arrange. But some of the accused, the representatives of accused number 4 and number 5 had already indicated that they will not be available. I mean, Baloyi clearly doesn't want to sit through recess.
No, and they were there wasting time.
It's like this was a plan. This is like Fine Thillingham needs a whole month to be ready to be cross-examined.
This case,
Well, he further said that depending on what the final decision is, they will make all the necessary arrangements. So Fine Thillingham said that she's flexible at work in terms of recess. The judge said that she will see what happens. He will see what happens tomorrow. They will adjourn until tomorrow. And this is a wasted day, he said. And he hopes that they will use that time tomorrow when they sit again at 10 o'clock. These problems shall be resolved, which I highly doubt. It seems the state abafuni ngale map. They don't want to give the defense the full map. And they are going to not give it to them. Because I saw a lot of people arguing on social media that What do you think, Mr. Anonymous? I think I mentioned it before. People are saying that Mnisi wants the state to help him compile a defense, which doesn't make sense to me.
And people are just keyboard smart, man.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he's not crafting a defense. His defense hasn't begun yet. He's just asking for full information. Is that wrong? So you're telling me that at a court, the state can just, or any legal representative can just chop stuff and present the narrative that they want without presenting the original. Is that how it works?
Rob versus Hep should apply there.
Hi guys, the lines are open. I'm done.
Yes, the lines are open.
I am done. But as we wait for you guys to call in, Mr. Anonymous, people are saying the judge looked defeated. But now my question is, why isn't he mentioning the JP?
This judge irritates me. Now I'm done. I've checked out because, I mean, trying is smart. But hey.
Who is to blame for this delay? The state.
The state. They have been delaying the whole week.
The judge and the state.
In fact, the states and the judge, because I mean, if you say states, normally the judge is there. In my own opinion, let's please like the video. It's alleged. Please like the video. Press that
allegedly.
like button. Press that like button. So, guys, let's hear what you have to say. And if you don't have anything to say, it is an early night, an early morning for me. Yes. Oh God. Zanzi, hello. Zanzi. Hello.
Is it on the right?
It's right,
right.
Right now.
Right now.
Good. It's a quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ngizwa.
Ndiyazama umanela ne. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, indenze iwali into kaMnisi.
Yeah.
Mhlawumbi ndibethwe kungafollowi ilaw. Yabo. Indenze iwali nam andifuni uxoka indenze iwali phantsi kwento into yokuba uMngomezulu abe ready. Yabo. Because I felt mhlawumbi ezi zinto zifunwa ngumnisi koBaloyi mhlawumbi bezizawuvela through uMngomezulu mhlawumbi bezawufumana through uMngomezulu. Yabo. I'm not sure if you understand the team.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. So indenze iwali. Yes. Umnisi is right because he represents someone. So he's got a right to ask whatever nto ayifunayo for umuntu amrepresentayo. Yabo. But on the other hand, I'm so worried really because this case is ithatha ixesha man. Yey kudala sisuka kude nale case yabo for delays and stuff. Yabo. I don't blame him. It's fine because naye wenzela iclient yakhe. Yabo. But mna bencinga into yoba mhlawumbi le nto ayifunayo ngiyifumene through i-cross examination kaMngomezulu. Yabo. And ke ngoku xa ndigqitha apho, the other thing that I saw, it looked like these guys i-defense ingathi abasekho kunye bonke the way ndibona ngayo. Because I asked myself, why uMngomezulu azawuthi uready but but umnisi uthetha le ayithethayo as if because aba bantu bayayazi yonke le evidence. Kaloku le evidence yenzelwa thina sithi abantu abalate kule evidence ngokwendlela endiunderstanda ngalo yabo bona bayayazi. So I don't understand ke ngoku if ndi-right ngehlobo ndicinga ngalo. I don't understand into yokuba uMngomezulu athu ready umnisi athi akakho ready yabo. So it look like there is problem there ngokwakum yabo. I'm not saying uba injalo or what, and ke ngoku if there is problem nyhani mhlawumbi ngokohlobo ludum ndicinga ngalo, if ngabe kanti nyhani kunjalo, meaning ingulo utsalela ngapha ingulo utsalela ngapha yabo. Andifuni uthetha koko Mr. Ano kanti mhlawumbi ukhona or email mhlawumbi ikhona into obufuna uyibuza or what or ntoni.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be long.
All right. Oh, siyabonga.
Hayi siyabonga khwele sehlika.
No, I'm not done. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't want to continue. I don't want to continue. Mhlawumbi ikhona into benifuna uyiqonda okanye mhlawumbi enifuna undilungisa kuyo or what.
No, but anyway, submit uqede bese we will put our comments.
Oh, okay. Okay, no. I've got the last issue now. Now ndifuna uza kule nto section 205.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, okay. So, I'm not sure if mhlawumbi ndiye ndashiyeka na okanye ntoni because kule ndawo ndikuyo ndisebenza ngendlela endisebenza ngayo. Sometimes ndiyakwazi uthi ndiyimamele icase but ndingava or mhlawumbi ndingakwazi kwa uyibukela yabo. I'm not sure if kule nto eka-section 205 ikhona i-evidence before i-court echazayo ukuthi o-accused bebonke babe nozungu before uSenzo abulawe and baphinda baba nozungu after uSenzo ebulewe. I'm not sure if i-evidence enjalo ikhona. So kuba ndingafuni ke ukuba mde apha efowunini mhlawumbi ndingamamela apha Gauteng eyo-TV kaloku yifowuni le.
Yes.
Mandithi ndawumamela nasefowunini.
Yeah.
Because andifuni uba mde elayinini.
All right.
Sure ke bhuti.
Siyabonga mfethu.
Okay. Quick translation.
Quick.
So he said he's worried about Mnisi's request. He's not following the law, or himself, Ukwele Sehlika said he's not quite, learned on the law. So he wasn't sure about Mnisi's request. And he was worried after Mngomezulu was ready. Perhaps the things that Mnisi wanted were going to be received or gotten through Mngomezulu's cross-examination like he had mentioned. And Mnisi is right because he represents his someone, but on the other hand, he's worried that the case might be taking time and taking too long. And he said that he doesn't blame him because he's doing it for his client, and what he wants, he'll be getting it through perhaps the cross-examination with Mngomezulu. And he also said that he feels like the defense is no longer getting along. But I have a kind of a different perspective on that. I feel like
before your perspective, good morning, Mzansi Reality Family. The defense is in unity. It might look like they are not united. They are united. It's the judge that makes them look like they are not united, allegedly. They are doing the divide and conquer. That is someone who's just answering that part of the question, I think.
Divide and conquer. And I also thought of it that maybe because Mngomezulu is not getting paid by legal aid.
Yeah, so Mngomezulu, yeah, you're right there. Mngomezulu is trying to finish up, and
He's
someone,
over it. He wants it to wrap up.
yes,
You know,
yes,
and he's not getting paid from legal aid.
as we mentioned earlier. I mean, he's thinking for his client. They are not fighting. That's why you even said no bad blood in a sense. The guys expressed their like button, and what else? Mnisi could not rely on Mngomezulu to cross-examine. Then he goes and consult. No, he needs to consult first before the cross-examination starts. Because what happens if Ramasipi says no questions, and then Mnisi now needs to start now cross-examining what while he hasn't taken any directives from the accused.
And he said that the legal representative have the evidence. They've seen the evidence. They all know what the evidence looks like, and it looks like there's a problem there. Regarding the Section 205, he said that he wanted to know, or he's asking a question, if there's evidence that proves that all the accused were with Zungu before the incident, before the killing of Senzo Meyiwa.
There's no such evidence.
And whether they were with him after.
There is no such evidence. There is no such evidence. It's only Zungu's way.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
And the cell phone records proved none of that. There's no such.
Yes. So, yes, let me just go through this. Molweni made a know, Mr. Noah. When someone has been caught with a gun and it is investigated that where else the gun has committed crime. Accused number 3, wabanjwa 2015. Do you still remember elinye lamapolisa labuzwa uba, was this gun connected to Meyiwa murder? The answer was no. After the answer, why did the why ujaji angayichithi le case? We will sit till Mandela is resurrected. Ngabula urata. Our taxes are wasted for nothing. This state has no case upper. Udlalwa ngathi. After that, Baloyi let's go for trial within a trial. Nalapo, though they could see that the accused confessed under the duress, still urata continued to aibona ubaba amanzi fanele achithwe inkukhu ibalekile. Yo guys, this case is really exhausting. Ayindi 50 years. Oh, close about the experience. Even us who know nothing about law can see a court case up. Yo, kasama. Sibuye sibe namakhona amancane nje avela ahluke bese sikhipha ushonele ngaphandle. Yeah. I'm sorry I caught you very late. From Germiston railway station, there are 2 railway lines. The other one via Wadeville and the pass by Katlehong station on the left side of Katlehong, and it ends at Kwesin station. It's Kwesin station, I think, where the Kwesin hospital is located. Another railway via Isco passing by Natal Spruit station on the right side of Katlehong. Katlehong was also known as Natal Spruit. There were times where it was taboo to travel via Katlehong station because AmaZulu from Ekwezini were used by Ingada.
Oh, it was during those times. Hey, yeah, South Africa, a lot happened. So that part of history of Katlehong is still very much with a lot of people, and I'm glad that the information is still available because some of us would not know. We were not there.
Yeah, someone also sent the map that shows the Natal Spruit hospital, and someone I saw in the comment was saying hence the hospital there that is supposed to be used by Katlehong people is called Natal Spruit. That means it was initially called Natal Spruit, the Katlehong site.
Okay. Thank you guys for all this knowledge. I need it. I need it for this case.
And
so,
yes, yeah. What do you want to say?
There's someone who wrote on social media, and I found their comment very interesting. And they are saying, why is the judge complicating things? Their names is a genius Pilos, I think. Mnisi simply asked for a full map. He is making a hullabaloo about nothing. It shouldn't take years to get a full map of the areas and then show how they determine the distances. This is a person who wrote this on social media, and it got me thinking. It got me thinking that why the judge's role here, he is overcomplicating this. And I don't understand why. That's the element that I personally don't understand. That just tell Fine Dillingham to bring the original map that she extracted all of these things from. What is so difficult about that? Why is the judge not ordering for that to happen? Because you can tell that he cannot quite get out of it or agree with the state to say, because he tried pulling it earlier by saying that it's not the duty of the state to help the defense, or the defense should not conduct the state on how they should present their evidence. Remember that argument he made earlier. He was literally trying to put a stop to this. But somehow it seems like it didn't happen because Mnisi put up a fight. But why is the judge participating in the overcomplication of this? It's very simple. Tell Ms. Fine Dillingham the original map, bring it to court. He is always the one advocating for evidence to be presented as is, right? To not be extracted or whatnot. I mean, we were listening to a Sibanda, for heaven's sake, presenting calls, every single call, every single transaction for a good week, right? He's an advocate of that. Now, all of a sudden, with this map evidence in particular, it's difficult to tell the state that bring the original map, because you see, he can't quite get out of it, because now, towards the end of the day, he told the state that they should give Mnisi the request of what he's requesting, right? But then why is it so hard?
Right.
Why is the judge not making a ruling? Bring the original map so that we can all move on. And it shouldn't take 2 days. Where did Ms. Fine Dillingham get those maps that she presented from? Right? And this person said that he just enjoys frustrating the defense. What do you think?
I'm not even going to comment about that. I mean, you're inviting me to comment about this judge on that. I mean, my view is clear. I mean, it's not something that I can even try to unpack any further. My opinion, as alleged by Mngomezulu, I stand with what Mngomezulu submitted initially.
So, Kutiwa, the state is mandated by the Criminal Procedure Act to provide all evidence, whether it has the potential to absolve the accused or not. They cannot nitpick what they want to present, and this is not the same as telling them how to conduct their case. They are obliged to do so by law. Is it, my lawyers? Come to the front.
Yeah, it is. Hence, even that case of Rob versus Hepburn, it is. I mean, we've talked about it.
The state has just nitpicked here with this map.
Hence, Mnisi is correcting that.
But why is the judge not assisting?
Are you surprised by the judge? Are you ever,
no, we have to point it out for those who may not understand.
Ever surprised by the judge?
Who may not be following why we always have something to say about judge.
Right. Someone is saying, please, Mzansi Reality, please, I ask for the video you promised about the case the judge had to answer to. It's the information we need to digest together. Yes. This is someone
so we're
who's
going to
moving forward.
recess, Mtase. We're going to recess. That will be done. Yes. You are completely correct.
Who wants to go forward?
Because
this judge, if you talk about this judge, you'll end up saying things that would get you arrested.
Yes. Yes, that's true. He will say, I will sue you.
He's ready.
He's ready to sue.
We have seen with... Right.
He will sue.
Allegedly. As we say, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Guys, I thank you very much for being here. Please like the video, press that like button, press that like button, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and be a member if you're not a member. Just to call a few people that were here. Ntlantlayetu was here, Lufate was here, Net was here, Ansike Moyo was here. These are our from Lufate, our member to moderator, and Net also moderator. Ansike Moyo was here.
Net.
Welcome back, Net. Welcome. You've been away. Is it winter? Also on your side. MZ was also here. No Lukanyo Ngau was also here. Nomcebo Kamile Dlangamandla was here. Mateke. Not sure. Emily. Mrs. K was also here. Christina was also here. Sizom Gaga, regular member, everything. I think Sizzo is everything here. The Femin was also here. Zosbia was also here. Owen Komane, a member, was also here. Linda Dube was also here. Elimtend. Tabiso M. Daung was also here. Amelia from Namibia was also here. Colin Vadival was also here. Elizabeth was also here.
Elizabeth,
Elizabeth, yes. I just read in passing. Raul, welcome back. You've been bored. Then you left. You're coming back. You're like, is Zibanda done with his load examination?
Zibanda is trying very hard to get us very, very tired.
Yes. Chuli Tools, our moderator, was also here. Just going on. Chuku Aina was also here. Dipuo was here. Morena was also here. Mukwena. Sipo Malulega was also here. BBM, thank you. We see you. Morning. We see you there. And who is not? Boitumelo Moja was also here. Queen of South Africa. We are also here. I mean, you are irregular now. Edward was also here. I'm tempted to read your surname. Restoration was also here. Lula Masrey was also here. And Siasonke was also here. Spa Masugu, thank you. Tafazwa was also here, and thank you again. You are becoming a regular. Mavui, yeah, Mavui was here. Let me see. Pate has been mentioned, and Tumelo mentioned. Andy Swamjikwa was also here. Timbelan Kanye, our member, was also here. And again, thank you to those who donated. I'm trying to find their names so that I mention them again. Lola was also here, our member. Busan Sibanda was also here. Hey, Lola was complaining about how was the adverts today?
How was the adverts?
Towards Silanga was also here, our moderator. Nangelop was also here. Lebo Masuku. I think I've mentioned you. Trying to get people there. Okay. Lindan Dube, thank you for your donation. You were also here. I mean, there's evidence. Tabo Mnisi was also here. You were also here, man. There's evidence that you're here. We appreciate you. We thank you.
Thank you.
Let me see. No one. Jeremiah was here. I mean, thank you, Jeremiah. Your family. Michelle Lee Hey, timing, everything. I was also here. This is Crash. I was also here. Just looking for people that I've not mentioned on these last few comments. Blessing Mabena was also here. And it's a bye, Mabena. Oziba was also here. Mavi, thank you. Pam Daba, our member, was also here. Saying Pam Daba is here. Hey, so see you, Pam Daba. We called you now. You are our member. We cannot forget you. Sfiso Sindane. Nambe ngikhona usho njalo. Is this Carolina? I'm not sure. But you was also here. You can check for me, Emily.
I don't know where you are.
I'm just at the end.
Are you at the top or at the bottom?
I'm at the end. I'm at the end. Just the Deboho Molifi was also here. Some of your surnames are tempting to say. Look, I was gonna say Molifi. I was also here. Yeah, that's basically it, guys, and we appreciate all the participation that has happened. Who did I miss? CN Poker was here. I always check the last people. Mamela Skunana was also here. Thank you very much.
Patimo, I was also here. Hi, Patimo.
Patimo was also here. Thank you very much, Patimo. And this is the last one. Thank you. It's a there. Member for 7 months.
Govindsami Modli.
Yes, we are.
Let's celebrate for 7 months. Govindsami Modli has been with us. Thank you so much.
A very. I mean, we see if you are absent. I mean, if you like, we. It's been a couple of days. I haven't seen you, and we appreciate you. Andy Swa Zojo. You were here. Yes, Sakiwo Bahlekazi was also him. I don't think Baby Baloyi aka aka Sbanda got a pension of his job. Wamane wa khetha nje because wamane wa khetha esikoleni. Tembelani kaye. It's a bye. Yes.
It happens. It does happen and you get lucky. And then you become a prosecutor and you're like, these people.
Yes, we appreciate people who like Moodley here. We really appreciate you because you make sure that even in the dry days, but there's something that we're gonna get from you. We appreciate you. That is to our members and Sizwe Mkaka for being present. That all the time. At least we rely on your one view that you are gonna be here. And Colin Vidival. Guys, I'm just wondering why the state decided to bring a Vodacom expert. What about all other service providers, specifically Vodacom?
Why
it's
Vodacom?
Connections, only that connections. MTN.
Why specifically Vodacom?
Yeah, I asked that question because this person is testifying and everything.
Yes.
I guess they have a universal way of doing things. Thank
now
you guys.
They are testifying on maps.
Thank you. It's a bye, and everyone, please, you can also assist us in joining Moodley here and Bolola. In a membership site. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for being patient with us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Say bye.